Hey, it's Jessie and this is Peach Manifesto's Valentine's Nail Art Series, Love Letters. Starting off with Chiffon My Mind by OPI, which is a nice off-white, leaning towards pink with a little bit of sparkle to it. I paint all 4 nails with this color, and because the nails are already white, it only took me 1 coat, but normally it would be 2 coats. Then I take the dispersion layer off and start stamping. The color I'm using is 380 Leaping Lilac, and I do use this color on all 4 nails. The stamping plate I'm using is Clear Jelly Stamper number 39, and I'm going in with all the scripts that look like more handwritten. It was just the aesthetic that I was looking for. And for a lot of these, I actually put on a thin base coat over top of it because I knew I was going to be stamping over top, and I figured if I messed up the stamping I did over top of this, I didn't want to have to redo the script as well. And yeah, they all turned out really nice. I like that they're all just a little bit different. And then I go in with Plummet, also by Sally Hansen, and the same Clear Jelly Stamper plate number 39, and there is the word love there. Sorry, this clip is a little blurry, and I always use my finger to take off the excess just because it's a little bit faster, and you do have to move pretty fast when you're stamping. And then I go in, and there is a quill at the top of this stamping plate that I wanted to add on there just to give it a more old-fashioned look. And I do clean up the little bits around the feather just off camera. Then going in with a Clear Jelly Stamper plate number 46, I went in with this little kind of calligraphy scroll, and again to give it that more like vintage love letter feel. And then I go over top with Silver Stallion, also by Sally Hansen. And I thought this part was supposed to go directly over top in the same direction, but I didn't quite look at it good enough. But it took me a little bit to figure out which way to put it, but I think I got it in the end. Sometimes these layering plates can be a little bit tricky, but I think it looks really good. And I end up using that silver and tying it in a couple other parts of the manicure. And then this is STZ-B03, and I just had like some letters and envelopes and stuff that I thought would look really good over top of the script, and it adds a really nice dimension. And I think it really ties the love letter theme together. Then going in with Rose's Garden, the collab plate with Talia from Talia's Nail Tails, I should say. I start doing a rose, and I wish that I had like a medium purple to stamp with, because I think it would have gone really nice doing like light purple, medium purple, dark purple, but I used the pink Blink from Sally Hansen, and I do like the way it turned out, and I ended up tying in a little bit more pink. So I've taken the silver stamping and the pink stamping and tied it in throughout at the end of the manicure. And then I go in with Plummet again. That's just the dark purple I've used for everything. And I don't know about anybody else, but every time I get to the third image, I always feel like I'm putting it on wrong. I think it was a little bit off, but it still looks good. It's one of those things with the layered stamping that even if it's a little bit off, it still can look pretty good. And I end up my rose with a little leaf at the bottom. And I thought the rose looks very classic, and I don't know if it's cliche for the love letter theme and the Valentine's theme, but I like it, and I really think it goes well with my theme that I'm doing here. And yeah, just getting the pink on there, and I lined up all my bottles this time and was a little bit more efficient with this layering part. It's nice that they're kind of in a position that you don't really have to clean the whole plate off or anything to get to each one. And I'm sure I could do that with the rose as well, I just didn't. Then I go in with Bling on and I start adding some jewels. I really could have left the manicure design with just stamping, it would have been fine, but I like Bling, so I thought I would add a little bit to every nail. And this one I'm just going in with the corner, and I don't know the names of the colors other than the opal, obviously. I got a lot of these kind of at all different places, and so I'm not entirely sure what the names are. I know they're all Swarovski crystals because those are what I like to buy. They last the longest and they always come back nice and shiny, and you can soak them off and reuse them if you want, especially with the Bling on, which is nice. And I forgot to film adding on the little silver bullion beads, but I do for this one. And this one, the stones are like kind of a purpley pink and then pink and opal, and I just do kind of like a little cuticle bling on this one and kind of fuss with it a little bit and then get the little beads in there and then cure everything. And I didn't film top coating any of them either. I just thought the video was getting a bit long, and everybody just wants to see how it ends up anyway, so it doesn't matter. And yeah, I love the way it looks with the little beads, but they can be a little fiddly to get on and take a bit too much time, but they always make it look so nice, and it helps tie in the silver, like I said, that I eventually would tie in the pink and the silver to the rest of the nails. And this one I'm just doing like a little cluster as well. And this one might be my favorite, the way it turned out. I really had a plan going in of what I wanted, but then once I got it on there, I ended up changing a few things. I had a couple extra crystals out, and I added in a bunch of the beads, and it made a beautiful little kind of corner cluster, as you can see here. So this is the final look, and it's probably my most traditional of the Valentine's Day nail art series that I've been doing, and I had to include it. Love letters is a pretty classic theme. I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.